Good evening and welcome to another episode of New Enchantment Who Dis, a Disenchantment podcast. I'm Scott.
And I'm Theresa.
We are Normal View. And we are here for episode 6 of Disenchantment, titled Swamp and Circumstance. If you're new to this, remember, just a reminder, we do this commentary style. We have already watched the episode once. Now we are going to rewatch, and we are going to comment as we go along. So if you want to queue it up at home, we are at the white Netflix logo, and I am going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, let's do that count again.
Yes, the count is not working.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
We really need to get ourselves a new keyboard for Christmas.
Yeah, we use an HTPC to watch it here at home. So,
all right.
Title credits. So we see the little thing here. I don't know if everybody's noticed, but the opening credit images are previews of what's to come in the episode.
Yeah, like little vignettes.
Yeah, little vignettes. They're kind of drawings. Like I remember the Battlestar Galactica reboot did that a lot. And sometimes it had spoilers in it, which was difficult. So we are doing a blessing of the harvest. This is similar to the churches, I guess, that do the blessing of the animals. What denomination is that?
I don't know, some form of Christianity, I believe.
Well, yes, it is
and
a
now
Christian one.
He's just going to confiscate what he blesses.
Well, that's the king. He takes his share,
which is all of it.
A little Stooges style humor.
Yeah,
Wheat what?
like this
Wheat
here.
what? Wheat what?
Those aren't shoes.
And their feet are leathery. Oh, I suppose if you're out in the muck and everything long enough, that'll happen. Some nice gourds there on the right. The pumpkins and squash and everything. And that sheep is half shorn. You'd think they'd do like a top or a bottom or something.
But it's just like the front half.
The front half. I mean that's a very Matt Groening Simpsons gag. And Derek finally gets some dialogue. He has a teddy bear, and Beanie has taken the head off of it. Sit here and stay sober. Yeah, my boss was asking who would be in town for Christmas, and I said we would probably be, and he's like, so if I call? And I said, no, wait a second. I said I'd be in town. I didn't say I'd be sober.
I love this part with the
scepter in the head. Yeah, next drink's on Zog. The flying scepter.
That's awesome. Has that been the thing the whole time? I don't know.
I'm not sure. There might have been in the background one of the shots. They've done that pretty good. So the gang is doing impressions here, and every time they guess right, they drink. And they're probably doing them very broadly, so they'll have an excuse to drink. Because that's what our little trio does here.
Apparently.
And my daughter has a dangerous drinking problem. Lucy just lays it out there. He doesn't care. Yeah, Beanie hits the sauce pretty hard there, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think she does, but, I mean, what else is there for her to do?
Yeah. So Elfo apparently smells of body odor and licorice.
Well, that seems about right.
That's not, not really a stretch. Hey, man. Yeah, Hey Man for the Harvest Bonfire. Okay, so this is their version of Burning Man, I suppose?
I think that this might be an old thing.
Yeah.
Or
maybe they're riffing on the Wicker Man.
Oh my God.
We should rewatch that.
No, we should not.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
Oh my God. I love the scepters in the background, just randomly on the ground.
One last drink, and she takes the keg instead of the 3 beers, 3 grog or whatever. Ale,
Yeah.
That's what it is. 3 ales just sitting out there. Very, very old school animation joke. like the character that cuts a slice of cake and then takes the whole cake.
Rest of the cake, yeah.
So her stained glass window has a hinge?
I think that has been established already.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just interesting design. No good disgrace and drunken disgrace in this kingdom that's saying something.
That is a really big moon.
That is a big moon. And so Lucy and Elfo getting a little meta there, talking about Lucy's tail. Is it prehensile? Is it does it act on its own, like it reflexively?
I'm pretty sure we know that he is in full control of his tail.
Yeah.
I mean, if
So
I had Elfo yapping in my ear, I'd probably smack him with a tail too.
yes. So Beanie is still bitter about her dad remarrying, and this establishes that it's been a couple of years at least.
Well, at least, I mean, look at how old What's-His-Face is.
Yeah, so I think this episode does establish that Derek is Zog's son, so
Yeah.
he's maybe supposed to be 11, 12, 13, something like that.
He could be somewhere between 8 and 14.
8 and 14, yeah.
It's just kind of...
So what are the little things that were taking his slippers? I mean, were they elves or something?
Oh, no,
Are they just
no.
short people?
They're Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
They're very reminiscent of the character designs from Groening's Life in Hell comics. Have you looked those up
I
yet?
haven't, no.
Yeah, how many? This is 6 episodes I've been talking about Life in Hell, and
You've mentioned it before?
I have mentioned it
Oh
before.
my God.
So yes, the Grand Vizier is fanning them as they sleep in the nude.
And did you see the banner over their bed?
No,
It was Zog victoriously holding a trident and stepping on top of a swampy-looking creature.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Bit of foreshadowing here.
A little bit. That is a lot of bird poop up on that thing
Yeah.
there.
Some very pretty establishing shots here of the journey to Dankmire.
Yeah.
And we see that there's stones lined along this. So this is not just a stream or river. This is a canal. Might have been a river that they fortified, but this is a canal that is been established as a trade route and travel route. So Tia Beanie has been made an ambassador. Zog is trying to find something for his daughter to do, so he's going to make her an ambassador. And I think there was a comment there about ambassador postings being given to rich people just to make them feel better, which is kind of how it goes now.
Yeah, they were definitely acknowledging that.
So Elfo here doing the Hermione Granger, haven't you ever read a history of Hogwarts thing? He's got the guidebook talking about the history.
A history.
Hogwarts a history,
Yeah.
yes. Honestly, Harry, haven't you read Hogwarts a history?
Water treatment plant number 3.
Yeah, that's funny. But I got to say, this is some really nice world building here.
It is.
We've seen some other fantasy trope type scenes and settings, but this is new. This kind of swamp based land here. I'm sure it's been done here, in some other stuff, but not in a thing like this that I've seen before.
I like that we're getting a little more depth in Una here.
Yeah, I know. 5 episodes, and she's just kind of been, the weird stepmother. And, oh my God, we had a business lunch today, and my boss is like, I was sorry to hear about your stepfather dying, Scott. I'm like, excuse me? I do not have a stepfather, and nobody I know has died. And he's like, well, they were passing around a card at work yesterday for a guy named Scott. Different Scott.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was interesting. I almost blue screened there when you said that, because I'm like, is this code for something? Am I being activated like a Manchurian candidate?
Oh my God.
So, anyways, Beanie here is actually showing some skill as an ambassador. She is a people person.
Yeah, she does have good conversational skills. She's been able to get herself out of scrapes. She's quick thinking. It's this is a good thing for her, I think.
Yeah, it does show some character growth, and that she's not just a useless drunk. She has skills. She can talk to people.
See, here's his tail again.
The peanut butter on the tail was mine. So is he saying that it oozes from his body, or he puts it there and stores peanut butter?
No, this is kind of a cool thing. They're pulling what looks like kind of a pontoon skiff with people on stilts. Is that even a thing? Did they come up with that all on their own, or does this happen somewhere?
It's one of those things that might be a combination of concepts,
I guess.
So yeah, a play in 16 acts by children. But it's not a musical, but it's one of those plays where the actors come out into the audience and bother people. It's the
You
only
know
kind of play
what?
they have in hell.
Those are
Yeah.
fun kinds of plays.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
So yes, it's the kids doing the play, which is the history of the war between Dankmeyer and Dreamland.
Well, they are acknowledging the swamp people thing.
Yeah, you see the Cletus type there with his jug of moonshine. But it's only 2 X's, so it's not the good stuff with the 3 X's.
So there's no more swamp people in the scene. So now we have Dankmeyer and Dreamland people.
500-year war. That's got to be. That's brutal. That's got to really take a toll on your societies there.
And the nice mural in the background of the canals with the locks.
There's probably an allegory here about the Panama Canal, but I haven't studied that enough to know what exactly they're getting at. But yeah, I'm sure there's something there. So Tia Beanie, again, making nice, talking her way out of a situation.
It's really interesting that Una isn't having a lot to say here.
Yeah, it seems like they'd give her a little more with this. It's like a character with a lot of potential that they're not really, digging into and making do with. So the king is going to have Beanie give this speech.
Yeah. Well, I wonder maybe if Una is looked at just simply as a figurehead or even a sacrificial marriage bride.
Yeah, I think they actually alluded to that. So that's a heck of a Bloody Mary they got going on there.
Oh my God.
That looks even better than that one we had down in Florida at that place on the rooftop. Did I give you some of that one? That was really good. It had that pepper taste, but the pepper didn't overpower it.
It's a centerpiece.
But it's a centerpiece.
And he eats the dragonfly.
Yeah.
Holy crap. We've seen Chaz before. He did the torture / massage for Zog.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the course of human events. So this kind of thing loves its little anachronisms and pulls from different things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like earlier in the bar, she, when they were playing their guessing games, and she went, ding, 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 we have a winner. I'm like, that's like a game show thing. So do they have game shows where they just like play them on a stage, like a vaudeville act or something?
Why not? I don't know.
So a discussion of a bad influence versus an enabler. Shot. And it's blue, so is it like Romulan ale or something?
Oh, we can only wonder.
So I thought that this was the first time that we've seen Lucy not just pushing Beanie into bad situations, but actively sabotaging her. Well, she had made a choice to stay sober for the day, and he spiked her drink. I mean, he's pushed her into bad decisions, but this time he actually sabotaged her. Is that a change for Lucy?
I don't think so. I mean, that's part of his character. When I saw him do that, I thought, well, he is a demon after all.
Yeah, he's funny, and the little comments and stuff. But we can't forget that he has people who have planted in there just to make her do bad things. We haven't seen those people in a while, have we?
Not really. It's been a couple of episodes.
I finished my speech and the nachos.
Interesting that they have nachos in Dankmeyer.
Yeah.
I mean...
And Derek has a teddy bear.
Well, yes. The head is back on it.
And the head's back on it, yes. I just noticed that bell ringing made Lucy kind of startle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all.
I wonder if that was like part of his conditioning or something.
Yeah. He's salting the lampreys.
Oh yes, the wiggling lampreys. It's what's that dish the Klingons eat that's live? Is it
Gah.
gach?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Derek certainly enjoys it, and Una, but Beanie is not quite there.
She also has a stomach full of
Of schnapps and
yeah.
soda. Yeah. So Zog here is trying to recruit Derek to give the speech.
This is the absolute most we've ever seen him say.
I know, right? It's like all of a sudden he's talking. I don't think he's had more than a word or two for the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm here to butter your nice toast.
Do they have bread in Dankmeyer?
I'm pretty sure we've seen bread.
Well, yeah, in Dreamland, but
Oh, bread in Dankmeyer? Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think they could grow wheat. So probably a lot of fish and yeah, they might eat plants like the reeds and seaweed stuff, but I don't think they could do wheat or anything like that to make bread.
Yeah. I cannot believe she's on the table.
Yeah, she's on the table. With her robe is still backwards, of course.
And it looks very much like oh, what is it called? Japanese women wear.
Like the geisha type thing.
Well, yeah, but
Kimono.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's got the rather big bow.
Yeah. Its sleeves like a bat. Yeah, for a second there, Beanie was we thought Beanie was like gonna try to make peace there. She was apologizing for
Yeah.
the war, but then she's like, we kicked your butt. So yeah. Not exactly how that works. And there we go. Lucy pushing the bad behavior again. Zog trying to make nice. But we see Beanie on the chandelier.
And now we see a lot.
And she does not wear underwear under that robe. She is commando.
Yep. And she puked.
And she barfs in the Chancellor's lap. Yeah, there's probably another political allegory in there too, if you want to go in that direction. Beanie is not stable there. Wow, she just went off the table.
Busboy sees them.
How did Lucy get a place at the table?
I don't know.
And where did her clothes come from?
It seems like somebody had him in a chair.
Yeah.
How did you know that was there? Hogwarts, a history.
Honestly, Harry. So making the run, and it's weird that there's just a few of them, plus the nanny, because usually you have a whole royal entourage that would come with them.
Right.
But this is actually very funny here, playing into the customs that they insist on bowing for everything there. It's weird that Lucy would sabotage Beanie earlier, but here he's helping her get away. It's like he wants her to do bad, but he needs her alive.
Yeah.
Because he knows she'd be in danger otherwise. So there's a plan for Beanie. The people that put Lucy into her life have a plan for Tia Beanie, and they don't want her dead, but they want her doing stuff.
I'm kind of surprised that Una is going along with the whole escape thing.
Being married to the king of the other land kind of puts her in a precarious political position.
True, she could be held accountable.
Yeah, so there's the nanny and then one other person on the other half of the boat. Derek does not get along with his dad.
Apparently not.
So they're dragging them in, and that half of the boat is still staying afloat. It looks like, okay, I didn't notice that earlier. Yeah. It's got a sealed off bulkhead underneath.
Yeah.
So that's why it's managing to stay afloat. So
and the hook.
Yeah, this Chancellor's really hands-on, man. He was cranking the thing for the lock, and now he's using the hook there.
Yeah, right. He kind of reminds me of Palpatine in a way. No, not Palpatine. Who was it? Dracula.
Oh,
with the hair.
From Coppola's.
Yeah.
Coppola's Dracula. Yeah, with the hair. Yeah.
Kind of the butt hair.
We haven't watched that in a while. Ooh, we should do a talk-along podcast commentary for that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That would be cool. Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great people in it, but
Gary Oldman.
the man with 1,000 faces, I
Oh,
swear.
yeah. So Elfo and Lucy have had they've gotten along, but
Now they're brawling.
now they're really brawling. Yeah, we're seeing some
And
real aggression from Elfo.
yeah, Elfo is really noticing that Lucy is bad through and through.
I'm a freak.
Oh my gosh.
Beanie was like, content to let them slap themselves around, but she knows they need to get moving.
I don't know, she kind of like has a babysitter role here in a way. It's
Yeah.
like,
Pet swans. I mean,
Who
how does
has
that
pet
even work? Do you
swans?
impress on them at birth so that they don't go psychotic? Like, aren't swans one of the most aggressive
They
animals,
really
birds out
are.
there?
They really are. Did you remember one of them killed a guy a few years ago?
Wow, really?
Yeah, he worked for one of those companies that has the dogs that chases away geese and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he was rowing out into a pond or something, and a swan came up and beat the shit out of him, and he drowned.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like busted up the boat.
Oh, wow. So the swamp people have kidnapped the king and Prince Derek. The Beanie's had enough, and
There goes the tail again.
there goes that tail. First people maybe say I'd rather be with my dad. Not a good relationship there.
Oh man.
Beautiful firefly animation there.
It is.
The set designs in this particular episode are just really on their game tonight. Why does Derek's shoes have heels?
Because he's short, and that's kind of a royalty thing too.
I guess so.
Yeah, like back in the day, many English kings wore heels.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, you don't see that anymore.
And so, like the Ewoks on in Return of the Jedi, they're going to cook our heroes here. You know, people give the Ewoks a lot of crap, but they were going to cook our heroes, cook and eat our heroes here.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't just little teddy bears. That's
With
a
their heads ripped
big
off.
stick of butter. So is that like
Ooh.
the Elgin style of butter, or is that the other side?
That does look like it is made with the Elgin style butter molds.
Yeah.
Because apparently the other half of the country has completely different shaped, well, not shaped, but different size butter.
Yeah.
The dimensions are different.
That's
and so
weird.
sometimes you'll get a butter dish and your butter sticks out of the end of it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's from California.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, hey, look at that. Yokels are not idiots.
No, and Lucy kind of got caught unawares there.
Yeah.
It's odd that he would not be paying attention.
And
So they're tied up. Oh, look, the bear's tied up. I didn't notice that before.
I didn't either.
They tied up his poor little bear.
That's cute. Oh, they're going to be monster sushi.
Yeah, they're feeding them. But, yeah, now they're stuffing them with breadcrumbs. Okay, so, yeah, they do have bread.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, at least
is it like rice
the
bread or
swamp yokels
something?
do.
Or... Yeah.
I don't know. It could be made from alligator scat, for all we know.
Oh, wow. So Beanie is being a people person again. She's offering up her little flask of hooch.
Is it poison? I mean, what's going on here?
I think she's just buying time.
Could be. Could be. Couldn't Lucy make fire before? He could get himself out of there if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if he's just playing along to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this was Beanie's plan here. She's got them drinking and talking and buying some time.
And not actually doing anything.
Not actually doing anything.
Except getting crunched.
Yow. Even Lucy is impressed by the size of the swamp monster. So this must be a real Lovecraftian horror for Lucy to be scared.
I like how she took care of him with her ambassador sash.
It's like Sandy Cheeks going after the Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah. Let's see. Elfo's having a little more insight here into Lucy.
Yeah. So they'd roll their hay bales. You see that in the background? They do. The rolls of hay. Yeah. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
They do act like siblings.
Mm-hmm. So, father-daughter bonding moment.
Yep.
I want another shot of the moon there, because it looked like it might have been at 3/4 full. And we saw that before that it was almost full. So
yeah,
this episode, kind of took place maybe over 6-7 days worth of time.
Yeah, I imagine it took them a little bit of time to get back.
Yeah. So she's asking for permission again to go to the Burning Man festival, and of course she threatens to cut off her toes, but
we get a little
basically
reference
acquiesces.
to her mom.
Yeah. Derek points out an uncomfortable truth there. Let's get home quickly.
I don't think Derek wants that.
No, Derek. There seems to be a kind of strained relationship there. That Derek wants to be with Zog, and Zog kind of wants to be with Derek, but
they don't.
Just doesn't know how to connect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have bad dreams about that skillet. Yeah, see, there's that moon there. It hit about 3/4, so yeah, maybe it was about about a week or so. It took episode took place over. So, not super plot heavy, but a lot of good character stuff. We see that Beanie is capable of rising to responsibility if she's not sabotaged by her own personal cat demon.
And her own personal drunk demon.
Yeah. And, we get some growth on Derek, who is very childlike. And we see where Una comes from and why there is an alliance.
That's a nice insight into that whole thing there. And we also see Elfo starting to have some realizations about the nature of Lucy.
Yeah, that, we've talked before about how we thought Elfo wasn't such a, Elfo, left his land wanting to see the world and everything, but then he kind of got, flanderized, for lack of a better term. But, here we're seeing a little more growth where he's, it's like he let himself step back and observe. Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to be the first to realize that Lucy was planted there for a reason.
That could be. That would be a great bit of growth for him.
Yeah.
And trying to convince TB. I don't think she'd take much convincing, but
I think she would.
You think?
Mm-hmm. I think she would. I think that she's not going to see the forest for the trees.
Yeah. She might not think she's important enough to have somebody go after her. So
perhaps.
So that's the question then. Does Tia Beanie have a prophecy? Is she expected to do something, and that's why the people that planted Lucy in her circle are trying to sabotage her?
Interesting question. Well, we'll just have to watch more.
We'll watch more. Okay. Well, that was episode 6, Swamp and Circumstance. And thank you for listening. I'm Scott.
And I'm Theresa.
We are Normal View, and good night.